Welcome to day 18 of 4 weeks of yoga. As usual, we're going to start seated on the floor with the eyes closed, and we're going to bring our attention towards the breath, noticing how fast and how deep it is in this moment. And next, you can bring your attention towards the feet and the legs, noticing how the muscles feel today. Shifting the focus up, you can think about the hips and the torso, and notice the movements it makes with each breath. Next, you can think about the hands and the arms. And I can think about the shoulders and the chest and the neck area. And finally, we're going to bring our attention towards our state of mind, acknowledging where it's at in this moment. Now we're going to come to standing to do our sun salutations. So inhaling, we're going to reach the arms out and up, looking towards the sky. And exhaling, we're going to bend from the waist and touch the floor. Inhaling, we're going to lift the head and chest a bit. And with an exhale, we're going to lower it into upward dog or cobra pose. Exhaling, we're going to push up into downward dog. With an inhale, we're going to step the feet back to the hands. Exhaling, we're going to straighten the knees. And now we're going to come back up with the arms up towards the sky. And exhaling, we're going to lower them. Inhaling, reach their arms out and up. And exhaling, we're going to touch the floor. Inhaling, we're going to lift up the head. And exhaling, we're going to lower it into upward dog or cobra pose. In upward dog, the thighs do not touch the floor like they do in cobra pose. And exhaling, we're going to come up to downward dog. Inhaling, we're going to step the feet back. And we're going to come up with the arms up towards the sky. And exhaling, we're going to lower the arms. Inhaling, you're going to reach the arms out and up, really reaching towards the sky. And exhaling, we're going to bend from the waist and touch the floor. We're going to lift the head and chest a bit. And exhaling to step back and lower it into upward facing dog or cobra pose. And with an exhale, we're going to push back into downward dog. Inhaling, you're going to step the feet back to the hands, and we're going to come back up with the arms reaching towards the sky. And exhaling, we're going to lower them through prayer position. Inhaling, you're going to reach them back up again, and exhaling, we're going to bend from the waist and touch the floor. Inhaling, we're going to lift the head and chest a bit, and then we're going to relax them with an exhale. We'll lift the head and chest again. And now we're going to step back and come to all fours to do some cat-cow. So inhaling, we're going to arch the back. And exhaling, we're going to round it. Inhaling, we're going to arch it. And exhaling, we're going to round it. So arching and rounding. Arching and rounding. Inhaling, we're going to arch the back, and exhaling, we're going to round it. And Now on the next exhale, we're going to lower down into child's pose. Inhaling, we're going to come up and arch the back. Then we're going to round it and stay here for an inhale. And on the next exhale, lower down into child's pose. Inhaling, we're going to come up and arch the back. Exhaling, we're going to round it. And on the next exhale, we're going to lower into child's pose. Inhaling, we're going to come up and arch. And then we're going to round the back. And lower down into child's pose. Now we're going to come up with an inhale, keeping the back neutral, and we're going to tuck the toes and lift the knees slightly off the floor. Really want to engage that core here and make sure that the back's not arching or rounding too much. Now we're going to go directly into downward dog. Straighten the knees as much as you can while still keeping the spinal cord long. Now we're going to bring the knee or the right knee into the chest, lowering the hips. Now we're going to push back into downward dog. Now we're going to bring the left knee into the chest, shifting the weight forward and lowering the hips. And we're going to push back into downward dog. We're going to bring the right knee again, lowering the hips, shifting the weight forward. And now we can push back into downward dog. Now we're going to bring the left knee into the chest. And exhaling, we're going to come back into downward dog. Now you can lower your knees, and exhaling, we're going to come into a child's pose to rest. Now we're going to come up and get ready to do dolphin pose. So elbows on the floor, hands clasped together. And on an inhale, we're going to lift the hips and straighten the knees as much as you can. Now we're going to walk the feet back a bit and lower the hips to stay in a dolphin plank pose. Now we're going to lower the knees, and with an exhale, we're going to come into child's pose to rest. Now we're going to come up to seated, and we're going to do the boat pose. So knees are bent, hands are out in front of you, and you can leave the toes still touching the floor a bit, or you can bring them up to a 90-degree angle or completely straight. Do whichever one you can while still keeping the back long. We don't want to compromise the spine, the integrity of the spine. So now we're going to come back down and we're going to sit up nice and tall. And now we're going to repeat that. So inhaling, you're going to lift the feet up to where you can go while still keeping the spine long. We really want to engage the abs and the core. Now you can lower the feet, sit up nice and tall, and now we're going to come to standing to do the cardio. So the first exercise is squats with little jumps. So the 30 seconds of squats with little jumps start now. we're going to rest for 15 seconds and get ready for the next exercise, which is ice skaters with no jumps. And the 30 seconds start now. Wonderful. Now we're going to rest for another 15 seconds and get ready for the next exercise, which is reverse lunges with kicks. And we're going to switch between sides. The kick doesn't have to be very high, but I do want it to be full of energy and nice and strong, so that's why I flex my foot. And the 30 seconds start now. Perfect. Now we're going to rest for 15 seconds before repeating it all. So starting with the squats with jumps, ice skaters, and then finishing off with the reverse lunges with kicks. So don't forget to breathe. We're already halfway through the cardio. So the 30 seconds of squats with jumps start now. Wonderful. Now we're going to rest for another 15 seconds, and the next exercise is going to be 30 seconds of ice skaters. "30 seconds start now." Perfect. We only have one more exercise to go. You got this. So, the last exercise is going to be reverse lunges with kicks. And we start the 30 seconds now. Remember that this is the last exercise. Just keep breathing. There's only 24 seconds left. You can do this. Wonderful. Now we're done with the cardio. So we're going to come down to the floor, lay on our backs with the knees bent to do our cool down stretches. So we're going to place the right foot on the left knee. You can leave them on the floor, or you can bring the legs closer to you. We're going to flex both feet, and we're going to start to elongate the breath little by little. Now we're going to release the legs and switch feet. So the left foot on the right knee, either leaving them on the floor, or you can bring the legs closer into your chest. Now we're going to release the legs. We're going to straighten out the right leg and we're going to bend the left, letting the knee twist over to the right side. We're going to extend the left arm out to that side and keep the shoulder on the ground. So twist the knee only as far as you can while comfortably leaving the shoulder on the ground. Now we're going to come back and we're going to switch legs. So the right knee is twisting over to the left side and the right arm is extended. Now we're going to come back and we're going to bend both legs, placing the knees on the kneecaps. We're going to bring the knees into the chest with an exhale. And inhaling, we're going to arch the back and let the arms extend. And exhaling, we're going to bring the knees back into the chest. And inhaling, we're going to let the arms extend. Exhaling, we're going to bring the knees back into the chest. And exhaling, we're going to let the arms extend. Now you can release the legs and keep them bent, or you can straighten them, whichever is more comfortable. Also placing the hands either on the torso or letting them rest on the floor next to you, whichever feels more comfortable. And we're going to continue to elongate the breath while we rest here. So really drawing our attention to it and trying to make it longer with each breath. You can feel the heart rate come back down after having done the cardio. Keeps coming down. And we're going to rest and relax physically, emotionally, and mentally. You can do a body scan again, starting from the toes and working your way up towards the tip of the head. Noticing any muscles that are tense and little by little relaxing them. Feeling like you're breathing into them and allowing them to relax. And when you reach your head, you can start to clear your mind, relaxing your mind. Keeping any thoughts to the back, they're not necessary right now. This is your time to rest and relax. And as we rest, we're going to listen to the meditation for today, which says, "A joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones." That's from Proverbs 17:22. You can just let that soak into your mind and heart as you rest here. And think think about how all this stress and maybe grudges or anxiety, it dries up our bones. It has a negative impact, a big negative impact on our bodies. One way we can start to take care of our bodies, these incredibly designed bodies that we have, we can start to take care of them by choosing to be joyful, by filling our heart up with joy. So as you're resting here, you can feel the stress and anxiety and negative emotions sink away into the floor, making room for joy and peace and gratitude. When you're ready, you can roll over to one side, and with the eyes closed or a soft gaze, we're going to push up to seated. And placing our hands over the heart, we're going to take a long, deep inhale and visualize that we're filling the heart up with joy and peace and gratitude. And as we exhale, we're going to send all of that into the rest of our body. We're going to do that one more time, filling the heart and sending it into our body. Now you can let the hands relax, and inhaling, we're going to lower the head a bit. And exhaling, you can slowly open the eyes and lift the head. So that was our practice for today. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you have a magnificent and mindful day. See you next time.